The new Creator 3-in-1 products for 2024 take the theme into a whole new direction, and in this video I'll be reviewing a couple of them. Is that a good thing though, and why is it happening? Let's find out. Right out of the gate, I need to point out that sets are finally rolling out mass use of the single-piece use paper bags, which is really exciting and a move in the right direction towards sustainability. However, the majority of larger bags still have the smaller plastic bags inside, while just a few are full-on paper. But with that out of the way, let's look at the roller skate. The color choices are an obvious standout point. The light aqua is really uncommon to see in LEGO sets, with a good blend of teal, yellow, and then the unavoidable elephant in the room. Pink rubber tires? Not sure I've ever seen this element in other colors besides black, so this opens up a lot of interesting opportunities for LEGO products, given how the rubber tires can now be recolored. The build is really well shaped on these sides, with the use of these slopes placed sideways or the angled build for the yellow shoelaces. The shoelaces themselves were made with extensive use of Technic pieces, which is fine, but I really dislike this connector element due to the fact that the slot sometimes shows, taking away from the looks of certain models. There's some room from the top, maybe you could use this as a pencil holder that you can customize. This pattern of dot elements can be seen on both sides of the roller skate, but a few extra pieces were provided with this set so that a rainbow over a cloud detail can be built instead. You can choose to do a radio or a skateboard for the alternate models, but the roller skate is obviously the better out of the three. Which leads me to think about how slowly but surely Creator is starting to make a few display sets rather than toys to play with. Last year's Parrot was to me one of such examples, and then both these and the ukulele follow the trend. Maybe I'm missing it, but how are kids supposed to play with a roller skate they can't wear, or with a ukulele they can't play and even comes with a display base? Don't get me wrong, the roller skate is beautifully designed, both on techniques, piece usage and colors. Kudos to the designer. I feel it's just lacking play value, which is what I feel about the ukulele just the same. As I mentioned, there's this base for it to attach with a few botanical elements made with great piece choices, like the seashell in the coral color for flower petals. It's kinda giving this Hawaiian feel to it, especially when you look at the box art with the beach decorations or even the alternate models of the dolphin and the surfboard scene. The ukulele also has a flower attachment similar to the one from the base, and I'll remove it for a better look at the instrument. Once again, gotta give it to the design team. This thing is spotless. I guess the aqua color isn't becoming that rare, being used very predominantly on yet another Creator product, and besides that, just a few shades of brown were used for the neck. The shape is spot on even when looking at it from the back. The details are there when compared to the real world object, all the way to the tuners or the headstock placed at an angle with click hinges. The sound hole is represented, even the frets can be seen due to the bevels the 1x3 tile pieces naturally have, and the strings are just rubber hoses slightly stretched when the headstock is angled. You can't really play this, so I gotta question the motives here. I think that maybe Creator 3-in-1 is being squeezed out of vehicle and building based products by the Friends and City themes, and so they have to resort to a shift towards display models instead of toys to stay relevant in the portfolio, but that's just guesswork. The Space Astronaut, however, does both things brilliantly, I think. Great toy and great display model, given how it comes with a base and all of that. This one is part of an interesting space-themed collab between different LEGO themes, like Friends, Technic or City, given how all of them are using this special branded logo on the boxes. The astronaut, though, is really cool and kind of unexpected. There's been plenty of creatures and animals for Creator sets, but never a full-blown action figure of sorts. I'll remove the man maneuvering unit first for a better look at the figure. The back is kinda lacking and not as polished as the front, where the model really shines both in looks but especially in posability. Every place you think the model moves, it does. Some joints have a limited range of motion like the feet or the hips, so that the model doesn't fall as often, but then you have knee joints, full movement on the arms, and the torso can also be turned. Too much even. The ends are kinda bulky, and the body proportions make this a very slim and tall astronaut without the bulky and chubby look I usually associate with astronauts all suited up. There's also the breathing device with some hoses going towards the side here, and there's a couple hinged sections to more easily access the metallic gold dome piece that can actually be opened, revealing not a face but a seemingly random assembly of pieces. It's not random at all though, as it has just enough space to fit a seated minifigure inside, which is kinda cool even though no minifigure is included in the set. Lastly, this is what the manned maneuvering unit looks like. Not that great with the exposed studs on the back, kinda making it feel like it was supposed to have tiles here, but then the budget ran out. At the front there's tanks, some lights, and two arms with controls for the astronaut to control the unit. It connects with clips to the astronaut's body and it looks okay. It adds a bit of extra play, but I think I like it more without the unit. This also adds a significant amount of weight to the model, and balancing it more when standing on his feet. But I guess that's the reasoning behind this stand. The alternate models you can build out of these are actually pretty cool, both featuring a display stand as well, with one being an astronaut dog and the other a Vic Viper type spaceship that should have room to hold a minifigure in the cockpit. The prices of all models feel reasonable considering LEGO's pricing structure, so I got no complaints there, with the retro roller skate having the worst price per piece ratio out of the three due to the high production cost of tire elements. Now, truth be told, they all look amazing. The ukulele and roller skate faithfully recreate real-life objects so well that they became display models rather than toys in my opinion, which is the only issue I have with them. But maybe through testing, LEGO found out kids these days also like to display sets rather than play with them, so that could be the justification for this. As for the astronaut, I think it's one of the most creative things the theme has done in a while, with lots of play value that kids into space will probably have a lot of fun with, and that adults like myself will enjoy displaying next to other space-themed LEGO products. Tons of new reviews coming soon, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss them and help me get to half a million subs. Please.